now. A couple minutes late, but that's okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. We are on Facebook. Oh, so exciting. Thank you all for being here. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect, and you guys are just freaking awesome because I mean, honestly, you didn't have to do this, and yet you are here. So, welcome to everyone, and welcome to anyone that is watching us currently on Facebook Live. Uh, this is our very first roundtable event where we're going to sit here as fellow digital marketers and share all of the knowledge and all of the experience that we've had in these particular um, categories, we can call them, when it comes to just being on the digital space and just running your business online. So, you guys excited? You guys ready?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Let's shake off our nerves. I know I definitely need to shake it off on this wonderful and just very important night. It's awesome that we also get to share all of this information. So I would love, I'll start it off so everyone can kind of get a gist of who we are, and I would love for everyone to just introduce themselves, just say a little bit about what you do, your business, you know, your niche, whatever you want to share with the people that are watching. We have a couple of people here, so thank you so much for being here tonight. Again, I'll start it off. My name is Dayanara. As you guys always see on my on my videos, I am a content creator, a podcaster, and a mom of three. And I came into digital marketing I want to say about 4 months ago. Ever since then, it's literally changed my life and my mindset when it comes to not just being able to own a business and be a um, CEO of my own, you know, thing, but also to be able to share this with my family and my loved ones and be able to give back to them and leave them a legacy, which is definitely my intentions. So I think I'm in the correct order. And but if you guys however you want to do it, I can call on you. I can in the order I see you, or if you want to go ahead and volunteer, what would you prefer? I'm going to call on you like a teacher.
Yep.
I love it. Love it. Well, Ron, you are the very first one I see on the screen. So I would love it if you would just, again, introduce yourself, share a little bit about yourself, and we'll take it from there.
Well, I'm Thurber, a grandfather. I'm a stroke survivor, and I'm a digital and affiliate marketer. I help boys make their first money online and beyond.
Love it. Love it. And how long you been in Legacy Builder?
I technically joined the community before it was Legacy Builder. She was promoting a different program, as you may have heard before.
Yeah.
Created her own. So I started the community January 2024, and I started digital marketing January 2023.
Awesome. But I've had you on my live, so you've been in the digital space or marketing for a very long time. Is that correct?
I wouldn't say a very long time. There's people way longer than me, but
Wait, definitely more experienced than I am. And thank you, Ron, for taking a little bit of your time out today to be here and join us. And I appreciate you. So next, yeah, no, of course. The next one's up would be Kira. You're next in line, so you can go ahead and be in the forefront here.
Hi, I'm Kira. I'm the better half of Following the Farrells. My husband and I started our digital marketing journey a month ago. Starting next year, we're actually going to be traveling full time on the road, and I'm so excited. And yeah, so we've been in this digital space for about a month, and I think we're doing great.
I think you're doing great. I mean, I literally was just talking to you on Monday, and I talk about you all the time. But fun fact about Kira is she's only been in it for a month, and you are killing it over on TikTok. killing it over on TikTok. So I'm super proud. I mean, I'm like a proud mama over here. And I did nothing, but I'm still proud.
You did so much, girl. You did so much.
Love that. Love that. So next is Chris. I know how much you've been going through, girl. So thank you, honestly, so much for being here, because I know you've been just literally going through it this, last couple of weeks, probably, if not months. So
yeah,
again, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And if you want, go ahead, the floor is yours. Share a little bit about yourself, and just let the people know who you are and what you do.
awesome. So my name's Chris Katzen. Sorry, I have a bad cold, so I sound funny, but I have been in digital and affiliate marketing since the beginning of this year. It's exciting to be on this call and even see some familiar faces. Ron, you're in every single community I go into. I'm like, oh,
I love
it. So yeah, I've been loving this. I've learned so much. The mindset training that we go through has really changed my life, and it's been my biggest, I think, win. Truly, just from where I started in January to where I am now, I feel like a different person. And it's just really been a wonderful, crazy journey.
I love that. Yeah. And the great thing is the journey never ends. You're always pushing forward. You're always learning new things. And that's the beauty of the digital space. It's ever growing, and it's never going to be the same. It's always going to be something different. So.
Always changing.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much again for being here. So next up is Jay. Jay, Ma, if you want to unmute yourself and just share a little bit about yourself to everyone that's watching.
So I am, first and foremost, I'm a mom, and I've been a college math professor for over 20 something years. I was led to being online about 4 months ago for this program in digital marketing. I love it ever since then. It's like my second love.
You could definitely tell. Yeah, you could definitely tell it's your second love. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you guys have followed Jay, but if you haven't, definitely do. But ever since I've spoken with you, you were one of the first people that actually went on the live with me personally, one-on-one. And I was just, again, at awe at how dedicated you are. Because like I said, with Kira, when I saw that in you, was like, wow, guys, you see her, she's very quiet. She's very but this girl's got it going on. And I love that,
The other part I didn't share is that I've been an introvert most of my life. But coming online, I had to come out of my shell. So it's definitely been a journey, and I'm really grateful that I said yes to it.
Awesome. Honestly, I think we all can relate with that. It's definitely maybe brought something, if not a lot, out of each and every one of us. So thank you for being here, Jay. Of course. The next one on the hot seat is Mr. Aaron there. You weren't going to be quiet all night. If you want to go ahead and share with everyone just who you are, what you do, just a little bit about yourself and what you want to share. Oh, and you're muted, by the way. You might want to unmute. Did it not allow you to unmute? Hold on. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Oh, there you go. You're unmuted. Can you hear me?
What was the floor on, Jay?
What happened?
Is the floor on Jay right now?
No, it's all on you, my friend.
Oh.
Like I just said, my friend.
I apologize. I was thinking Jay was still on.
No, you're fine. If you want to share a little bit about yourself, just kind of tell everybody what you do and who you are.
Sure.
Oh, no,
And welcome. I appreciate everyone for this opportunity. Some of you guys I haven't had a chance to meet, but I know about this journey that we're on, the digital marketing. We're on a 90-day run, and I've started digital marketing as I added digital marketing as an addition to my consulting company. I'm a private personal consultant, and I advocate for mental health And I feel like the digital space would be an excellent opportunity for me to grow and learn and to share my message with others. Also to embark on a journey to financial freedom with these digital products. I was already making passive income online, but I never did anything digital like this. And it's just an exciting journey that I'm
Love
on.
that. Love that. Yeah, because we know about all of these things that you can do online, but taking the digital side of it definitely ch- changes the game for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Love that. Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. So next one up on the hot seat would be Miss Evelyn with Evelyn's Legacy. Again, just share a little bit about yourself and your you know what you do.
So this is my 1 minute hot seat, huh?
Yeah. You're gonna be on it for a while in the future, but here's your 1 minute.
My name is Evelyn Turner. I was born as an Amish child, so I grew up Amish the first 20 years of my life, and I married someone outside of the Amish. So at 20, I left the Amish, and we worked on a farm. My husband's family were farmers, and then in 1998, God called us as missionaries. So he didn't use an audible voice, but he did call us as missionaries. And so for the past 23 years, we've served God in Central America and love what we do. And so how does digital marketing fit into missions? Because as missionaries, we depend on donations to run our mission, right? For our living and everything. And so I am on a mission to build a home close to our children and grandchildren in Kentucky. We live thousands of miles away, but I'm on a mission to build a home close to them. So when I go visit, I have a home for them to come to my home. Because when we were there in October, my little grandson Bennett said, Miss Evelyn, they call me Miss Evelyn. They don't call me Grandma. They call me Miss Evelyn. Miss Evelyn, I'm going to go to your house. And I was like, oh, Bennett, I want you to come to my house. So that's put a fire under me. I'm on a mission to build a house close to them. So Bennett and Skyland are our grandchildren. Skyland just turned 11 and Bennett is 4.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Bev. That's awesome. And I mean,
that's who I am and my mission.
I love that. And you do such great work. I mean, honestly, it's like the work in the background that people don't really see or realize it's happening all over the world. And it's done by people like you with this kind-hearted people that are just looking out for others. And I love that. I mean, when I first spoke with you, Evelyn, I absolutely fell in love with your story and your journey, and I was like, wow, we need to keep doing this because this is a story that definitely needs to share. Each and every one of you, honestly, the reason why I was desperate to invite you back in for something was I connected with each and every one of you on a specific part, if not the whole storyline or your whole journey, because honestly, I mean, you guys have impacted my life, so I knew that you guys can impact others. But thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being here, Evelyn. I really appreciate you. And that leads us to Miss Julie.
Thank you.
Your time in the hot seat.
I'm a little wiggly around here. I've switched, we switched to my iPad, and I'm just like, so sorry. That's why I keep turning my video off. I'm like, I'm driving myself crazy looking at it. Anyway, thank you for having me. So my name is Julie. I am in Texas, and I am a grandma to 12. I get to see 2 of them all the time. In fact, my oldest one is 13, and she just spent the last 2 nights. Aww. And we just have the best relationship. I just love it. So I would love to see the others, but 5 of them are in Iowa. So I need money to travel. So that's one of the things is that's one of my big reasons for being in digital marketing is that I want to leave a legacy for my children and my grandchildren. And honestly, I'm in my 60s. I don't think any of y'all are that old, but I'm in my 60s and I have this much for saved. Nothing. And I've got to get it together because I don't want to be a burden. So not only do I not want to be a burden, I want to I want something to give to them, you know,
Right.
when I leave this earth. So that's that. And I have had a maid service for 30 years, and I have 4 grown kids. I kind of went backwards. Anyway, so I've just been doing this for a few months. I think technically I got my website up in Legacy the end of July.
Yeah.
August, I was still going, what in the world's going on? And then September, October, I've been consistent, but
Love
still
that.
growing,
Still
still
growing.
growing.
Love that.
Mhm.
Still growing, still learning. And that's the whole point of this, right? Is to continue growing, to continue learning. And I think that is a perfect segue, by the way. Thank you so much for that. For today's, topic on our roundtable event. So a lot of times
Ron
people-
hasn't talked yet, has he? Did you?
Yes, he was the very
Yes,
first one.
okay.
And he sits there very quiet, but he has a lot to say. I know it. I remember going back to me and Ron's live together. It was probably the longest one I've done, and it was so much fun. We talked about so many things. So hopefully it's still up on my Facebook. Maybe you guys can watch it. I had to probably bring it back for it because it's been a while, Ron. It's been a while.
Great one for Star Wars fans.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So again, Julie, thank you so much. Literally best segue to the topic of today's week, today's roundtable, which is emerging trends in the digital marketing space, right? Because one, a lot of people don't really understand what digital marketing is, right? You hear that huge word and you're like, what? But honestly, we see digital marketing on a daily hundreds and hundreds of times, and we just don't really notice it, because it's almost like second nature, just because the world is so digital now. So just kind of to give our viewers here and anybody watching either the replay or the live, just to give you a perspective on what digital marketing is. It's literally business done online, right? So you're talking about products that you see affiliate marketing is a great example of it. How many of us don't have a friend on any of our digital spaces that are talking about a specific product or talking about a specific brand or a specific anything really, and may offer you, hey, use my coupon code or whatever, and you get 10% off. All of that really is digital marketing. It's affiliate marketing, and it's ever growing. For some of us, it is like rocket science. We're like, what the heck? For some of us, it's definitely second nature. But nevertheless, it's something that we all can get into. And that's, again, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this. So how comfortable would you guys say you are right now with your business in the digital space? Like you guys, I mean, honestly, you can unmute yourself if you want. You don't have to unmute yourself if you want. You don't have to keep yourself muted. We can talk together. It's perfectly fine. But I would love to know, like, how comfortable are you guys in your digital space right now when it comes to
Like
like
a 1 to 10, like from a 1 to 10?
Yeah, let's rate it. I love that. 1 to 10. How do you feel right now is your level of just comfort in the digital space?
I would definitely say like it's
I feel
kind
like it's
of
strong.
like a roller coaster in a way, right?
Yeah.
We have really good days that are like really high, and then sometimes like you're in that valley where you have those days like, oh my gosh, can I actually do this? Like I don't know how I feel. Like I, can't say the word the V on TikTok, and those aren't good. And then you're like, oh well, now like this isn't gonna get what I need, and this isn't gonna get out to the people that I need. But then you have those days like when I got into TikTok Shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I literally cried. I was so happy, guys. And then like we were working on somebody, getting him into the program, and it's one of those, I have questions. Oh, I have this, I have that. I don't know if I'm going to do it. So it really is just a high and low, and it really depends on what day it is. I wouldn't really give it like a rating. It's a roller coaster.
A roller coaster for you. I feel you, girl. It really, for me, it's same. I would say if I really had to rate my comfort in where I see myself on the digital space, I'm probably somewhere between a 4 and a 5, where I'm not fully uncomfortable definitely started super extra mega uncomfortable. But I'm not necessarily uncomfortable now. But at the same time, I feel like I have so much to learn. Literally, me and Jma just did a program, a little like boot camp thing for a week there about podcasting. And it was just like, is it not showing on there?
It still says you'll be going live soon, so
Really? Okay, let
I
me.
have us live. I can see it.
Yeah, I'm
You can
watching
see
it.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's showing like we're live. I can see it on my end too. Is it the same link, Ron? You want me to send you? I can send you the link again, by the way, if you need it, just in case if you need to share it.
It's
But
on your profile, yeah,
it's on. Oh, it's on my profile.
yeah. It's just
Okay. Perfect. All right. Can you get it like that, Ron, or you want me to send it to you? I have it right here. You got it? I see Kira already shared it. Love that. Thank you for that. But yeah, like I was saying, it's
yeah, no.
you know, I definitely have a lot to learn, and on that, we were surrounded by professionals. I almost felt in the podcast field, and it almost inspires you to keep going and just keep getting better, and that's what I love about it. So yeah, I would rate myself probably like a 4, and that's me being very generous on myself. So anybody else wants to rate themselves as far as comfort when it comes to the digital space?
Say that I 100% agree that online marketing, digital marketing, film marketing, whatever you want to call it, or whatever you're into, definitely a roller coaster. You're just being an entrepreneur in general. It's always it's a roller coaster, and so I'd give it a score, and I'd go with yeah, 5. Some days it's like I'm like down, like what am I doing? Like, and then other days I'm just like, I'm gonna kill this, and
Yeah, you're like rock and roll. Yes. Love that.
sometimes I feel that way because said been in it a while, so you know, definitely I went from um promoting like tons of stuff to promoting one thing, and then now I'm back to promoting more things, but now I'm doing it the right way, was opposed to started the wrong way. So you know, you,
And
it's definitely a learning journey, and
yeah.
so happy just to be learning every day.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, first thing that they told us when we started the program, right? You have to be teachable, you have to be moldable, and you have to be okay with realizing certain things have to change. And that definitely comes specifically with trends that happen, because you could be really stuck on a certain way of doing things. And if that way is not working for you, it can be detrimental to your business, especially online, because people have moved on. People are no longer doing it that way. We can take it back to before everything was digital. You would be knocking on people's door to do business like this. Now you don't even have to be on their DMs. You can literally share your story, share your journey, and the people that are actually interested, are actually wanting to be invested in it, and invest something in themselves, will come to you. And that is the beauty of it. I definitely think that's the beauty of it, that we no longer have to do that. Because I am not a person that will go knocking door to door.
I did try, well, not quite door to door. I had appointments with people, but in the early '90s, I tried Cutco and a few other things. And basically, it was network marketing before there was an online. So I definitely know that side of it, and it was definitely not my thing. I tried selling Kirby vacuum cleaners, and
Oh man, the Kirby vacuum cleaners, guys. Oh
man,
Kirby
that brings back
vacuum
That's
cleaners.
awesome.
yes, as it's vacuum cleaner. But I was sick during the training, so I couldn't figure out how to put it together on my first presentation because I'd been sick, and like I went there,
Yeah.
sick, but I just couldn't pay attention because I was sick, and I was just like, this is just not for me. I mean, it's I mean, if anyone remembers the movie Mr. Mom, the vacuum cleaner Jaws, that's a Kirby. It has, that's why it was moving on its own.
Love that. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Oh yeah, I think I have probably PTSD from Kirby vacuum cleaners and and Tupperwares and all of the stuff that I saw as I was growing up. But that's so funny that you brought it up. But yeah, you see, things used to be like this back then, and it worked back then. You know, this is no, you know, we're not throwing dirt on anything that worked back then. We're just talking about now, you know, and not just now, the future. And that's where you really do have to, you know, really be on top of it almost, you know, just if and be moldable. Again, being teachable, be moldable, and be able to just go with the flow of things. So I love that the digital space allows us to do that as well. So as you um, as you guys know, and something I definitely intended to bring up here. Oh, I'm sorry, if anybody else wants to kind of add in anything to that, how do you feel that you are right now? Yes.
I think because coming from a college academic, background for so many years, and then going off to trying to become your own like business owner, entrepreneur, it was definitely a paradigm shift. So, first and foremost, it's the mindset piece that we're playing with every single day.
Every day.
Every day. So I think it's a really great training, and it's a really great, like, if we're able to really master this, it's like going to the gym every day, but we're like going to the gym for our minds.
Mentally, I know, right? It's the mental gym.
Then it can be very great skill to have for life. It's like very transferable for a lot of different businesses, and also like even family, because I was attracted to this idea of like working, this shift of going to work maybe 14, 16, different 18-hour days, because I bring work home as a teacher too on weekends and evenings, mornings, every hour.
Oh, you were working 24 hours a day, girl.
And so shifting that mindset to like maybe 2 or 4 hours a day work, and then the rest of the time for anything else, family and health and fitness and friends and things. It definitely was, even just that, even though it sounds great, even that was really tricky, because I feel like I'm a workaholic. So it's like I really want to keep working.
I know. We got to learn how to cut ourselves from continuing, you know. I was literally on a live right now. We were talking about that it's like you feel almost like this, almost like imposter syndrome in a sense. Like you're like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? How am I done working? And it's only been 2 hours. But if you really focus on what you got to focus, it's possible, you know. And then you are granted all of this wonderful freedom afterwards, you know. So I love that. Love that. Anybody else wants to chime in, add in at all?
For me, like with the digital space, I'm used to being online and posting like just for social media. And
Yeah.
now with the digital marketing is way different as far as the different social platforms. So some
Yeah.
days when I'm on different platforms, I feel good, and certain platforms, I have to really challenge myself and like, no, you have to, buckle down and get it with these people, like, because like you can't do, like you were saying, everything don't work all the time and everything for everybody. Sometimes you have to evolve, and that's what I'm learning with my platforms. Like I'm evolving the way I present myself, and
Love it.
it's a scary journey, but it's fun, and it's like it's a roller coaster ride. Like May was saying, J May, with the mindset, every day I have to remind myself that
Yeah.
I saw the opportunity, and the opportunity is still there. It's just the way that I perceive what's going about it, and it's a
Yeah.
hard mindset to keep every day. But with this community, I'm glad that we have something like this, because I never had anything like this.
I love it. I love that. Yeah. It's definitely awesome to feel that support that we get from one another. And we don't know each other, which is the craziest thing. You know, you probably, if you know anyone on the actual like community, before you actually start, conversating and things like that, you could literally be surrounded by strangers, but it almost doesn't feel like you're surrounded by strangers. You feel that comfort, in that safe space almost, to ask the questions you need to ask, to get the help you need, and to know that the people that are watching you, that are going to be there to help you, are doing it from like a good place, you know? So I really, I 100% agree with that, Erin. Like, it's just, and it's an ever growing journey. So we're always going to have questions. We're always going to have concerns, and, you know, it's just great to know that you can fall back on a community and just, you know, just have that.
Right, everybody got the same goal end game is we want to learn and we want to provide for ourselves and have time to do that. And
Exactly.
everybody doing it in different forms and fashions, but that's what we all
Mm-hmm.
here. It's how we all met. We all have that. We want to learn. We want to excel, and we're champions. We're on a 90-day run, and we're bringing ideas to each other. I mean, keeping each other motivated. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
Prior
it
to the
really is.
norm, people thinking being a entrepreneur or being successful is a lonely journey or it's a self thing. It's not. It's people have teams. Sometimes you get to see their team and sometimes you don't. And the
Yeah.
beauty of this, like you can see our team if you guys want to be involved, if you want to learn and grow from any individual here.
Definitely. Exactly. You know, it's like you said, yes. Sometimes there's people working in the background for the face that you see, right? You see a successful person, but you don't see everyone else that's there supporting them to make them that successful face of, you know, the brand or whatever it is that they're representing, or their business, you know. So it's really nice to be able to put a face or, you know, a, you could really see the work that's going in and the community that's surrounding you. So I love that.
I Out of curiosity, there's actually 44.5 thousand members in the community as of right now.
Look at that.
And
44. I don't
started in January, there was 8,000.
you don't say.
Whoa.
Me
Okay.
too, Ron. Me too.
Yeah.
You see, Chris, and oh my goodness. You see, when
Wow.
I started, it was roughly around like 30,
35.
31. Yeah, it was around that. And I mean, but it grew like this. It was like literally every single day I was getting like updates. Oh, we're up to like another 1,000, another, and it's crazy. That is
And
that is actual people out here working for themselves, working on their business, working on their brand, working to do something for themselves and their family, and just being an addition to this beautiful, wonderful space that we're all in. So that's wow, amazing.
there was no saying that it's lonely at the top, and that's not true anymore. You know, there's millionaires every minute of every day. So it's not, doesn't need to be lonely at the top anymore. Go to the top, take your friends with you. If
Exactly.
new friends that will go.
Exactly. Oh, I love that, Ron. Yes, go to the top and take your friends with you. That's I mean, honestly, that's my whole point of being online and doing all of these things like this, because I don't want to be, you know, I do hope that I make it to the top. And when I do hope that all of my friends and the people that I've shared this space with are there with me. So I love that. Oh my goodness. Yes.
I appreciate people, you know, if you make it up there, put your hand out. If I make up there top, my hand's out, you know, pull you up, pull the next person up. Let's go, let everyone up.
Love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah. I mean, things are changing. Back then, years back, this was not the mindset, you know, it was me, me, me. Now it's let's do it together because it's just going to be better. You're going to have more if you're able to share it too. You know, the more you give out, the more you receive. And you don't have to be expecting anything, but you will receive it. So love that. So I would love to ask just a quick kind of question to get the conversation going. So because some of us are fairly new, like myself, and some of us have been in different types of marketing here and have that experience. When you think of just like trends, have you noticed anything new that you didn't necessarily see before, as such as like in ads, in just promoting? What really has caught your attention, and what do you think you're also trying to apply now to your business that you know kind of saw? And anyone can answer, honestly.
I think the online space is completely different advertising marketing to what it used to be. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, you know, and everything was commercials and big brands and you know, over the top things, and I actually love those commercials. And
Me too.
now it's like you have to be personal and everything's completely the opposite. A lot of people saying, "Oh, be yourself, don't sound salesy." I'm like, well, I actually naturally sound salesy, so I have
That's a problem.
salesy when like I was talking about the Kirby earlier. It kind of sounds I was selling it again a little bit. It's my personality. Ask me about any Star Wars movies, and you think I was selling them.
Yeah.
It's how I am. Like if I'm passionate about something, I get into it, and I want other people to be passionate about it. That's why when I first found out about affiliate marketing, I was like, wait, so I can tell people my opinion and get paid for it? I've been doing that my entire life. I just wasn't getting paid for it. So
You're like, I've been doing this for free. What have I been doing? Love that. Anyone else wants to chime in?
I agree with Morano. It's like used to be where it seemed like everything was more scripted and storyboard, and now you can see people like walking on the street or just in their living room on their couch, and it's almost like bringing the audience into their personal lives, and then it just captures their attention because it's more relatable to just more people versus the celebrities and the actors or actresses, and in terms of ads and things like that. I think there's also the interactive piece that we're taught also in the community to have interactions. So I'm always thinking about more of that. And definitely the sales part. I'm like I can't call myself a salesperson, so it's just like just be ourselves, and it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with attraction marketing versus like reaching out and like making a list of 100 people and then going into their DM. I cringe because I chase so many people.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm like the same. That's honestly why I was so scared at first when I initiated going into this, because I was like, oh man, this would not match my personality if I had to go out there and really just push this on people. But like you said, Jay, like now we get to invite people into our space. And I feel like that is so special because you don't see that in every business, you don't see that in every single job. A lot of times jobs prefer you to keep your life separate, don't include anything that has to do personal because that's not what we're here for. That's not what, that's not the point. But at the same time, this flips it on them. We do get to be personal. We do get to share the things that we wouldn't necessarily always share with the world. And the great thing is once you find your people, once you find the right space, you feel safe enough to do it, and you feel the people that are there are honestly there. It's just a great feeling, especially for people they don't believe me when I say this, but you and I was a very big introvert. Kira can attest to it. I was a fly on the wall. Do not look at me. I'm not here.
You've changed, girl.
But love that. But honestly, it's great to be able to just do business the way you feel that is most natural to you. If like Ron says, if it comes off naturally, there should be no shame in that being your natural state. If you are a laid back person, it should be celebrated in the sense that is how you can do business. It's no longer scripted. It's no longer a box. We are breaking the box and we are making our own ways in this crazy digital world. So anybody else want to add into that at all?
Yeah, just to follow up on that, like again, I'm with Ron. Like I've worked in sales since I was 19 years old. Now I'm in my mid 30s. Crazy to think. But I was very salesy, and it's one of those things where you have to kind of get out of that mentality in a way too. Like it works well for this, space, but at the same time, you don't have to always be on. I think you made a post about that a couple weeks ago about you don't always have to be this wah, wah, wah. And that's how I am most of the time. But there are times too where I'm like, I'm not having a good day.
Yeah.
And I just want to be chill. You know, I don't want to get on this space and just be like, hey guys. And in my brain, I'm like, ugh. You know what I mean? So I again, I think that's just the beauty of digital and affiliate marketing, is that this space can be yours, and it doesn't matter if you're having a bad day. It doesn't matter the opinions of everybody else. This is your space, and you will have and find your people, which is amazing.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. Definitely. Anyone else wants to add to that before I ask maybe the next question, follow up to all of this that we've been talking about?
Yeah, like
No, you're pausing.
I see trending a lot as far as marketing, content creating. A lot of people, they know they can make money off being content creators, and that's a good avenue. It's passive income. And I see
Definitely.
people utilizing that as far as going live, reusing those live videos, and you're able to put your links in there. I feel like that's the new way of the new trending way of marketing by
Yeah.
using social media. Even big companies, they'll hop on social media with a link in your video showing whatever scooter or whatever
Yeah. Oh,
brand season that they have. Like everybody's doing it nowadays. And that
definitely.
was my thing too, like creating content. I was like, wow, I was never trying to sell myself. I already had my company going, Team Angie. But as far as keeping my company afloat, the things that I was looking for was some stability. Like I didn't know how to market, which is crazy. It sounds so easy to know how to go sell some stuff, but you got to know who to sell it to and how to sell it. And that's a job within itself.
Mm-hmm.
But the internet is so powerful, and you can be yourself and just share what you have with people, and that's what makes it so beautiful as far as social media marketing and why it's trending to me.
Love that. Love that. And you actually segued perfectly into the next question I was going to ask, because it was going to be, what are some fun ways that you guys get people interested in your content? Kira's going through her notes.
I got sticky notes, girl. I got 2 pages of sticky notes.
Oh man, you're giving me reminders of our old job together. I had sticky notes everywhere, just so I remember to say everything. I love that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like you said, Erin, it's so, content creating is so vast, and there's so many ways you could do it. You can't do it wrong, honestly.
Right.
But you do have to know who you are, who is it for? Because there's something that is, I mean, once I heard it, it was like crystal clear in my mind. I was like, wow. I mean, it's obvious, but it's like, it just resonated to me the moment I heard it, was if you are confused, the person that's watching you is going to be even more confused.
Mm-hmm.
So, you really do have to buckle down and really know what you want to, say, and what you want to express for the other person on the opposite side of the screen to receive it. Because if not, you are just throwing words at them, and they are not going to be able to catch any of them. They're going to they're going to pass by your content and just be like, what the heck did I just watch? What was that? So I love that.